Okay, so I've been sitting here staring at the spoilers for Thursday, February 26th, and honestly, I don't even know where to start because my brain is it's doing that thing where it tries to connect every single dot at once, and I end up just staring at the wall. But okay, let's try to focus. Actually, wait, before I even get into the specific Thursday stuff, can we just talk about the absolute mess that is Harrison Chase right now? Because it's really bothering me. Like, really, really bothering me. So the spoilers say he's at the Quartermain Mansion, which, by the way, why is everyone always at the Q Mansion? Do they not have their own apartments? I feel like the population density of that living room is a fire hazard. Anyway, he's arguing with Brooklyn again. And look, I usually love Chase. He's the good guy, right? The moral compass. But this blind spot he has for Willow, it's not just a blind spot anymore. It's like he's willfully wearing a blindfold and earplugs while standing in the middle of a siren factory. He asks Brooklyn, "Are you telling me we can't adopt until I let this go and I just want to scream at the screen?" Yes, Chase. That is exactly what she is telling you. And she's right. I mean, not that Brooklyn is always the voice of reason. Let's not forget her own chaotic history, but in this specific instance, she is the only one making sense. Chase is obsessing over prosecuting Michael for a crime that Willow supposedly didn't commit, but we all know, or at least the audience knows. And Brooklyn knows, and frankly, Dante probably suspects that Willow did commit it. She's the one who shot Drew. Or at least, she's the one involved in this whole cover-up. Wait, let me back up. I feel like I'm skipping steps. So Chase thinks Michael is the villain here. He's got this hero complex that is just spiraling out of control. He thinks he's saving innocent Willow from the big bad Corinthos machine, but the irony is so thick you could cut it with a knife, is that Willow is actually the one pulling the strings right now. She planted that key. The spoilers for the next couple of weeks mention that Willow planted the key to Drew's place on Michael to frame him, and Chase is falling for it hook, line, and sinker. It's embarrassing, honestly. It's like watching a horror movie where you're yelling, "Don't go in the basement!" And Chase is just sprinting down the stairs with a flashlight and a smile. And Brooklyn calling it an unhealthy and destructive obsession spot on. But does Chase listen? No. Because he's Chase. He has to be the White Knight. I wonder if it stems from his insecurity about the past. Like maybe deep down he still feels like he wasn't enough for Willow back in the day. So now he has to overcompensate by being her savior. Or maybe he just really hates Michael. Actually, it's probably a mix of both, but it's gonna blow up in his face so hard. I mean, Michael's gonna deck him next week. I think I read that somewhere. Yeah, Michael decks him in front of Brooklyn. So clearly this conversation on Thursday is just the preamble to a physical fight. Great. Just what we need. More testosterone-fueled bad decisions. But speaking of bad decisions, or maybe good decisions that feel weird, let's talk about Cody and Molly. They're at a restaurant and Cody is giving her encouragement about her book. "If you're holding back from me, it would be a real shame," he says. Which is sweet. I think I'm still trying to figure out if I ship them. I mean, on paper, it's a disaster. She's Molly, the intellectual, the lawyer, the perfectionist. He's Cody the stable guy with a shady past and a heart of gold. Is that his archetype? I lose track. But here's the thing, Molly was right about the character in her book being based on him, and he's finally admitting that maybe his self-esteem got in the way. It's kinda nice to see Cody being vulnerable without it being about a paternity lie or a diamond necklace or whatever. Just two people trying to figure out if they can be honest. But then I start overthinking it. Is Molly just using him for content? No, that's cynical. That's too cynical. She's not that kind of person. Or is she? I mean, lately everyone in Port Charles is acting a little sus. But I think this scene is supposed to be genuine. They're trying to repair the damage. Whether they should repair it is a whole other debate, but I guess I'm rooting for them. Maybe ask me again next week. Okay, wait, shifting gears, because my brain just jumped to Dante. So Dante approaches Elizabeth and asks for a favor. And my immediate thought is, oh, this is about Willow. It has to be. The spoilers hint that he's aware Willow took Drew home. He's putting the pieces together. Might Dante suspect that Willow possibly struck twice? Yes. Yes, he does. Finally, a detective doing detective work. But here's what bugs me. If Dante figures it out, what does he do? He's friends with Michael. He's family, sort of. But he's also a cop. And if he asks Liz for a favor, what kind of favor? Access to medical records, information about Drew's stroke, because if Willow is drugging Drew, which we know she is, it's so dark, then there's going to be medical evidence of that, right? Unless the drug mimics a stroke perfectly, I don't know, I'm not a doctor. But Liz is a nurse, and she's the head nurse, I think, or at least she's always at the nurse's station looking concerned. So she would know. If Dante drags Liz into this, it puts her in a terrible position. Again, poor Elizabeth. She just wants to paint and raise her boys, and suddenly she's the keeper of everyone's dark medical secrets. But if Dante's on the right track, that means Willow's house of cards is wobbling. And with Laura planning to recommend Willow for Congress, wait, I forgot about that part. Jen Sidwell is forcing Laura to recommend Willow. That is insane. Willow Kane in Congress, while she's holding her ex-boyfriend hostage in a drugged stupor. It's so campy, I almost love it, but also, it's terrifying. Speaking of Sidwell, Lucas Jones, you brave, brave soul. He's warning Ava Jerome, at the snack machines of all places. Why do all the serious conversations happen near vending machines? Is it the hum of the refrigerator? Does it drown out the wiretaps? Anyway, Lucas tells Ava to stay away from Jen's. Stay away from Jen Sidwell before she gets any deeper with him. Now Ava thinks she's the queen of the underworld, or at least a retired duchess of it. She probably thinks she can handle a guy like Sidwell. He's playing the wealthy businessman, she's playing the sophisticated gallery owner. It's a dance. But Lucas knows the truth. He's uncovered something. What did he uncover? The spoilers mention he pumps Marco Rios for details. So Lucas knows Sidwell is dangerous. Not just mob dangerous like Sonny, but maybe international supervillain dangerous. Will Ava listen? Historically speaking, no. Ava does what Ava wants. But she's also smart. If Lucas, who is usually pretty level-headed except when he's being gaslit by Brad, but that's ancient history, tells her to run, she might actually pause. Or she'll just double down because she likes the danger. She's definitely responding to Sidwell's advances. I just hope she doesn't get herself killed before she can, ruin someone else's life. I enjoy Ava's chaos too much to lose her. Okay, wait, I totally forgot about the attic. The attic. Carly and Valentin. This is my favorite weird subplot right now. Valentin Cassadine, the most sophisticated man in the room, hiding out in Carly's dusty attic. It's like a sitcom setup gone wrong. So Carly comes in and says, "We have a complication." My brain immediately goes, who is the complication? Is it Rocco? The spoilers for the next few weeks mention Rocco Falconeri might expose Valentin's hideout by mistake. So maybe Rocco was playing up there, or maybe it's Danny Valentin was worried about Charlotte bringing Danny into the loop. If the kids find out the secret is out, kids in Port Charles are terrible at keeping secrets. Well, except for when they're not. But usually they blurt things out at the worst possible moment. But complication could also mean Ross Cullum, or Jack Brennan, or the WSB. Carly looks concerned, Valentin looks concerned. If they have to move him, where does he go? You can't just stash a Cassadine in a motel. He has standards. But seriously, this alliance between Carly and Valentin is fascinating because they really shouldn't like each other. But they work well together when their backs are against the wall. They're both survivors. And then we have Jason and Britt. Oh my heart. Jason and Britt at the Harbor Master's cabin. First of all, the Harbor Master's cabin. Is that the new safe house? It sounds drafty. But Jason says, it's Cullum, he's onto us. Okay, so Jason lied to Cullum, said he and Britt were done. Cullum, being a super spy, or whatever he is, didn't buy it. Obviously, Jason Morgan is a terrible liar when it comes to people he cares about. He has that stone-cold face, but his actions scream, I will die for this person. So now they're both in danger. And the reference data says Jason is gearing up for his eventual departure. Which, I don't want to think about it. But if he's leaving, this Cullum threat is probably the vehicle for that exit. Is Britt going to get hurt, or is Jason going to have to go on the run to protect her? We can't associate with each other. It's the classic I have to leave you to save you trope, isn't it? I hate that trope. But I also eat it up every time. Britt looking worried with good reason. Yeah, because a WSB agent, or whatever column is I lose track of the agency acronyms, is hunting them. And wait, I need to circle back to the Willow thing because it connects to everything. If Dante is sniffing around the stroke and the shooting, and Laura is being forced to put Willow in power, and Chase is defending Willow, it's all converging on this one point of absolute disaster. Imagine the press conference. Laura announcing Willow. Alexis is going to be there, right? The spoilers say Alexis gets an unpleasant surprise. She's going to question Laura. Alexis is smart. She'll smell a rat. She already suspects Willow planted the key. If Alexis and Dante compare notes, oh, it's over. It's so over for Willow. But Willow is so desperate right now. She's juggling the kids, the campaign, the drugging of Drew. It's too much. She's going to slip up. Maybe she misses a dose for Drew, the spoilers say. If Willow were to miss giving Drew his injection or delay it too long, it could prove disastrous. So that's definitely happening. He's going to wake up, or start mumbling, or have a moment of clarity while Dante is there. Actually, what if Dante's favor from Liz is to get into Drew's room when Willow isn't there? That would make sense. Liz could distract the guards, or... Wait, does Willow have guards? No, she's doing it herself. So Liz just needs to distract Willow. I'm also thinking about Maxie in all this. The spoilers mentioned her struggling to figure out which man she wants, Nathan or Spinelli. Wait, Nathan is back? I mean, I know the spoilers say Nathan West's comeback, but is it really him? Or is it a ghost, or a hallucination, or a twin? It's GH, so it could be a clone. But if Maxie is torn, that adds a whole layer of emotional mess to the canvas. Spinelli opening up to Lulu about it? Wait, Lulu is awake? I guess so? Or maybe he's talking to her comatose body. No. The text implies a conversation. Spinelli will also open up to Lulu Spencer. So she's active. Good. I missed her.